We're back. Oh, hey, we're earlier than what we said because the clock sped up just a little.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Time flies when you're having fun. Am I right? Welcome back to Coastal Chaos 2018, a WFTDA-Recognized Tournament. We're bringing you the second half action between our host league, Rock Coast Rollers, their perfect storm, taking on Rockin City Roller Derby's greatest hits. They hail from Round Rock, Texas. And at the end of the first half, Rockin City is at 110, Rock Coast 25. Just seeing consistent adaptation and success over small gains. Really no extremely high jams.
Nope.
No.
Just a lot of very consistent, jams penalty here on Siren Plague. She got right up. I don't even think she needed to hear the whistle. She'd have taken herself off for that one.
And Miss Destruction snagging lead for Rockin City.
So we're about halfway through the tournament. I'm starting to feel it.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, a little tired.
Not enough coffee or rocket fuel, or it can't take away tired.
No, and I can't drink the rocket fuel. I think I got too much milk.
See, I like the coffee milk. I don't do a lot of milk, but it is good. I just have to pace myself. So Miss Destruction fighting her way through on an additional scoring pass, adding 5. Oh, I apologize. 4.
4 points.
I thought I saw a thumb. Nope.
Hand off the star to Sinestral Warrior. And Sinestral getting nowhere, and a big shoulder into Warrior. You know, it's funny that sometimes Rockin City will look like they're spread out, and you think, wow, there's a weakness there because they're not locked up in a wall. But my goodness, they all know where each other is, and they're as hard as rocks out there.
Okay.
Miss Destruction looks like she went down kind of hard. We'll talk a little bit about our bracket and where we're at here right now. So Rockin City versus Rock Coast. Let's make the assumption that Rockin City takes the win here today. They'll move on to face the winner of Lehigh Valley and State College, 2 teams from Pennsylvania. Last night we got a chance to see State College. I actually wasn't really familiar with either Lehigh Valley or State College, but what we were able to see is just 2 really impressive teams. I think that one's probably going to end up being a much closer game than what we're seeing right now. I think they're a little closer in the seeding. We'll see what happens with that. Before we get to that, though, one of the most exciting things and something I've been looking forward to all weekend is we have a junior roller derby exhibition. We have New Hampshire Roller Derby, and then we have a team coming down from Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Oh, so exciting.
And I was trying to think if I had seen where I had seen Junior Derby last. And I, for the life of me, can't remember where it was. It's been so long. So I think it actually might have been a practice.
Oh.
Or something. It was just sort of an exhibition. I think it actually might have been New Hampshire Roller Derby that did something with just some of their own skaters, like at a halftime event. So we'll see a full game, and we're going to stream that game live as well. The exhibition between New Hampshire Roller Derby and Fredericton, New Brunswick. And that'll be at 5:30, so that'll be the game that happens right after this. And I've seen some of the New Hampshire skaters skating. Well, not skating. They're not on skates yet. But I've seen them kind of cruising about. And I mean, it probably sounds sappy, but I think it's just the coolest thing to see them, like ready to go, geared up, and it's kind of, I don't know. It sounds sappy to say. It's heartwarming, but this is that's the future of roller derby.
It's the legacy of roller derby carrying on.
Yeah, that's some kids that are going to have 3 or 4 years maybe in junior derby, and then when they come up to the big leagues with the adults, I think it was, I want to say, a great example of that, I think he played for Worcester, was Cassie Nova.
Oh, Cassie Nova did come up out of juniors.
Yep. She played juniors out in, I think, California or something like that.
Well, juniors are huge on the West Coast. I mean, they're growing nationwide, of course, and internationally. But perfect, and I know that's probably the most local example we can give. But on a larger international level, even last year, and still current roster members of Rat City Roller Girls, Alyssa Prey and Rosie Rickle. I had the pleasure of interviewing them post-game at D1 playoffs in Seattle last fall, and just the testament to Junior Derby. They were coached by Vito Ramon, who coaches Rat City, and as juniors, and they came up, and their rookie season were teamed to the A-team. The Rat City All-Stars. Just incredible. And you see the talent because it's been fostered. And it just continues to grow and impress. And I said then, and I'll say it now, the future of Derby is coming at you, and it starts with these kids. And that's the thing, if we want longevity in this sport, in order to keep it going, we need to make sure that the Junior Derby grows. So it's great to see a local representation, be it Fredericton and New Hampshire up next. But back to gameplay, we did see a Miss Destruction go back to her bench. She was getting medical attention, however, able to get up on her own feet. Nurse Heartless versus Fury. Those are the jammers right now. Fury taking lead. Nurse Heartless does break the pack.
Half track behind is Nurse Heartless. She might have got into the pack there a little bit, but no, not enough. 3 points picked up by Rockin City.
And Rockin City currently at 132 to Rock Coast 25. Just over 27 minutes remain in the game, heading into Jam 3 of our second half. Your jammers, if you are just joining us, of course, we have Rockin City wearing blue, Rock Coast Rollers wearing black. That is Chola Rolla wearing the star for Rockin City, and number 97.
Smacks on deck.
Yes, Smacks on deck for Rock Coast.
And Rolla is through. Smacks with the handoff to Siren.
And Chad, I don't know how much of the seating we had discussed, because I know you and I really hadn't. We just jumped into gameplay the other day. But Rockin City, as of the most recent WFTDA rankings, was ranked at 153, where Rock Coast is at 195. So we're seeing a spread. Top seed coming in is Rockin City, and this was their first visit, of course, to Coastal Chaos. But it's an interesting range because Rockin City being at the top, ranking 153, followed by Bay State at 156, Lehigh Valley at 163, State College at 166. So as you mentioned for later, the matchup between Lehigh Valley and SCAR, that will be far more closely matched. Granite State 178, Mass Attack 181, and then of course Green Mountain rounding it out at 228.
And we've talked a lot the announcers have all kind of talked about this a little bit. The fact that not only you're playing to win this tournament, but you're also playing for your standings as well.
Oh, most definitely. And it's a great opportunity to get those sanctioned gameplay up in.
And when you look at those standings, Rock Coast has really done well for themselves by taking that win against Bay State, who was
most definitely
ranked much higher than they were.
Yes. Granted, the point differential wasn't huge, but just that win alone will boost them up.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a running banana. Oh, wait, it's a cheerleader.
It's a cheerleader. That's an approved banana on the track.
Bear in mind, a whole banana, not the peel.
Yeah.
No slipping.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Safety
Nurse
first.
Heartless wearing the star for Rock Coast up against Moxie Balboa, I believe jamming for the first time in this game.
That is, and that's the first time we have seen. I think that might be the first time this weekend.
Yes, actually. Moxie has been a presence in the pack, but now she's got a star on her head. Pat keeping it slow as it heads into the backstretch. Moxie Balboa making quick work of it. Adds 5 to the scoreboard. No nonsense. Staying focused despite Nurse Heartless not being all that far behind. Commanding her pack as well. Calling it off and incredibly observant.
Something tells me she has jammed before.
Yeah, it's
that
not.
may not have been the first time in her career, for sure.
And it's not because they're from Texas, but this is most definitely not Moxie Balboa's first rodeo when it comes to roller derby.
No. It's been a huge part of the defense, and it has been out there.
Yes.
Seemingly, probably almost every other jam, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Kissy Kicks wearing the star at the beginning of the jam for the first time in this game.
She's had leftover stars for the majority of the first half, so she'll have the fresh star this go around. That's nice. Mm-hmm. She's jammed a lot in the past. Mm-hmm. Last season and the season before was a big part of the Rock Coast jamming rotation.
Lead going to Fury.
I think she picked up a track cut though right now. No. Yeah, she did.
Oh.
And then I almost thought she would get an insubordination because she was not hearing that was called. But
that can be a challenge.
She finally did get it.
And I know Fury picking up 5 on this most recent pass. And we mentioned earlier how we kept seeing Craziness's face everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I managed to have a chat with Craziness before our second half began, and she mentioned to me it is a coworker of hers who decided to put her head on a stick and post it all over the place, and people taking photos, and the giant selfie that was being held up by the cheerleaders. She said, "Oh, earlier they had the full-size photo." I said, "Oh yeah, the full-size selfie. It's with the cheerleaders."
Yeah.
And she just shook her head. Must be nice to feel loved.
Yeah, right. Yes, loved. That's what we'll call
loved, adored. And Cholarola out there.
All by her lonesome. Kissy Kicks standing in the box, ready to come back out.
Yeah, Cholarola doesn't mind right now.
No. And there's Kicks rejoining her friends.
Cholarola drawn back. That was 925 Craziness, the captain herself.
Kissy Kicks, when she's not on the track, you can find her at Turn 2 Ski Shop.
Mm-hmm.
Purveyor of the finest roller derby gear in the Northeast.
Lead was still open. Cholarola, though it took about 35 seconds for her to secure lead, it is in her favor. An open inside line allows Cholarola to just walk right by.
I should also throw out there that if you're closer to Brews Boutique, you could go there too and get some cool stuff. I'm an equal opportunity name dropper.
There you go, equal opportunity. Because we love distortion too.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
By Derby for Derby, of course. But in venue here at the Midcoast Recreation Center,
Kicks has all the stuff.
We have Turn 2 Skate Shop set up when Kissy Kicks is not on the track. So by all means, pay her a visit, especially if you can drop in tomorrow, day 3 of Coastal Chaos 2018. A total of 10 points from Cholarola takes Rockin City to 157. Rock Coast remaining at 25, being held scoreless for several jams. 20 minutes, 30 seconds remain heading into Jam 8. And a huge thank you to everyone watching us on the stream on YouTube.
Yeah, the internets.
Yes, the interwebs.
The internet people, how are you all?
We appreciate you. And don't forget, the games will be archived once the days have concluded. But right now, Michigan with lead for Rockin City. Nurse Heartless is her opposition. Seeing the pack flex back and forth, getting a little cozy as it heads into the back stretch. And Michigan hits the floor, courtesy of Rock Coast on the outside, calls off the jam. 4 points, bringing Rockin City to 161. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Hiwa Tofu, Good Turn Co-op, Rocket Fuel High Test Coffee Milk, which has kept me powered today. Check them out, The Rocket Fuel on Facebook, Maine's original high test coffee milk known as Rocket Fuel. It's a delicious Maine dairy product that picks you right up. Try it today. They happen to be in the lobby here, and they may have hooked up the volunteer room, so I know I'm grateful. Also, the Droothy Bear, Clean Bee, Diversified Inc., Owl's Head Solutions, Abundant Health, Camden House of Pizza, Hops and Chops, Camden National Bank, Red Zone Wireless, Appleton Creamery, thanks for the goat cheese, Rock City Coffee, Strand Theater, and Fisher Plows.
Fisher Plows, Bob.
Sorry.
Move some snow around your yard with your Fisher Plow.
You picking on me here?
No, not at all. That's just what we say.
Fisher came out, didn't it, right at the end?
It might have, yeah.
Dang,
yeah.
I missed my R. I really try, guys, but that's when you know I'm getting just a little tired. And if you can catch that, the smattering of cheers, that comes from the cheerleaders.
Probably not a lot of Fisher Plows being sold in Texas.
No. See, in Texas, they don't deal with snow to the level we do. But then again, I can't complain. I'm in Massachusetts, though we get a lot. It's a lot heavier up here in Maine.
A little bit.
Fury versus Sinistral Warrior. Those are your jammers. Rock Coast sending one blocker to the box. That is number 911, Sarah Hewitt. Sinistral Warrior takes lead over Fury, though Fury hot on Warrior's heels.
The Warriors got a couple of points in the back she could get and then call it if she wanted to.
Well, not to the inside.
Well, there we go.
And if you caught Gretchen there from the house call, 3 points, and that is our fantastical tournament head announcer, Gretchen Little.
Those are the first 3 points of this second half.
Yes, first 3 points in the second half. So took 9 jams for those 3 points to happen. A big gain for Rock Coast. They're now at 28 to 161 for Rockin' City. 18 minutes remain. Smacks on deck. Your Rock Coast jammer versus Cholarola. Pat keeping it slow, taking both jammers to the lines. Cholarola leaps and bounds ahead with lead.
Chola is, in one word, tenacious when it comes to working that wall.
Most definitely. Tenacity, a key quality in a jammer. A cut call assessed to Smacks on deck. That means Cholarola will have a power jam after scooping up 5 points. The offensive picks coming from Rockin' City, helping out Cholarola, breaking up the Rock Coast defense ever so briefly. A total of 10 points from the last 2 passes. Smacks on deck, back to the track, though driven outside in the back stretch, taken back into turn 2. The jam reaches its conclusion as it's called off by Cholarola. 14 points to 0 on that. 175 Rockin' City, 28 Rock Coast. 16 minutes, 20 seconds remain.
If you're watching at home, this jam, pay close attention to inside jam ref push-up Zebra. She has the most poetic hand movements when she's motioning to the skaters. If you watch, it's very impressive. She's very artistic with it.
I enjoy the artistic stylings of jam referees because there's so many different styles.
Yeah.
But I'd have to agree, push-up Zebra has a very graceful signal. Lead has been declared for Michigan.
Here we have the smooth notification that Heartless is not the lead jammer. If we had a moving camera, we would have it focused on push-up for a little bit.
Like zoom in. Jam ref cam.
Yeah, exactly. Jam ref cam.
Something for the list. You get a replay.
Yeah.
Hammer down, wearing the star for Rock Coast. Her opposition is Fury, number 23 for Rockin City. And at the end of last jam, 179 Rockin City, 28 Rock Coast. And we are under 15 minutes remaining in the game. That was a big sweep from 789 Insignious on Hammer down. Fury takes lead. A fluid pack heading into turn 2. Quickly following Hammer down into the back stretch. 4 points up for Fury.
Did you mean Miss Destruction when you said Michigan?
No, you know what? I looked initially at the... No, we don't have Michigan on the original roster. However, because there was a duplicate. Number 23 is Fury. 313 is Michigan. And accidentally, I think what happened is the scoreboard. Yeah.
All right. Okay, because I thought you were just crazy over there. Yeah. I thought you were just insane over there.
Oh, yes.
Turns out it was just me not paying attention.
We're all a little mad here, Chad.
Yeah.
Just a little. I think you have to be in the roller derby community.
Yeah.
So it's all good. But 183 for Rockin City at the end of last jam to 28 for Rock Coast. Moxie Balboa is back at it with the Jammer Star up against Sinistral Warrior. And yes, it was asked to me off mic by our lovely producer, Beth. She inquired if what I was saying, it's not Miss Chagrin, it's Michigan. As in Michigan, yes.
You gotta slur it together.
But slightly more evil, Michigan. I know, I like it. I think it's fun. Moxie Balboa puts 5 up. Pack keeping it slow between turns 1 and 2. Spreading out just slightly. Warrior able to break the pack, though not lead as indicated by Push-Up Zebra. Moxie Balboa calls it after putting a total of 9 points up for Rockin City, taking them to 192. Rock Coast remains at 28. And a few more fantastical sponsors to thank. Of course, we have Fortitude Fitness, Havana, and Glen Cove Dental. And our scoreboard sponsors, All Kind Caregivers make dosing easy. Follow them on Instagram at all_kind_dot_buzz. Brought to you by the All Kind Rolling Team. Also, VIP Tires and Service. The VIP promise is better than just the lowest price. It's being treated with respect and getting the job done right the first time. Whether you need service or tires, turn to VIP. And speaking of getting the job done, that is Nurse Heartless picking up lead. Cholarola not far behind, but Nurse Heartless putting in the work, making a quick call off after picking up 4 points. 3. And she is raising the roof coming off the track with an ear-to-ear grin. I don't think I've seen that dance move in a hot minute.
No. Yeah, Heartless has been shut out for the last fistful of jams.
Well, the shutout is over because those 3 points are there, bringing Rock Coast to 31 to Rockin City's 192. 11 minutes, 20 seconds remain.
So if Rock Coast is focused on where they are in the standings, then now the game is catch up as many points as possible.
Yes, narrow the differential. And Michigan is the jammer for Rockin City, but ends up picking up a track cut. So lead going to Smacks on deck for the first time in the second half. We have one Rock Coast blocker to the box. Meanwhile, Smacks on deck still working at it, getting a little help from Oxidizer, perhaps for just a moment.
And they'll have her call it off. She'll pick up well, looks like she'll get 3 points out of that. Maybe 3 points.
Yes, 3 points. And freezing Michigan in the penalty box, those standings. So there'll be a very brief power start with Siren Plague wearing the star.
Rock Coast will be down 1 blocker.
The jam is on. Michigan just released from the box after that very brief power start for Rock Coast. Michigan fire in her belly, picks up lead. Siren Plague still fighting it out in the pack. Taken to the floor.
Stolen opportunity by Rockin City.
Michigan taken out by number 49. That is Awesome Pants. No points for Siren Plague. 4 points for Rockin City, 197 to 34. And about 9 minutes remain as we head into Jam 17. We have our adhesive demarcation technicians out on the track securing it. As we know, the humidity can mess with it just a little, so we need to keep everything safe. And your jammers heading out right now, Moxie Balboa in blue for Rockin City. In black, that's Sinistral Warrior for Rock Coast. Both jammers pushing the pack. And it's very slowly moving into turn 2. Moxie Balboa shouldering it out about half a lap ahead right now, Sinistral Warrior. Lead to Rockin City. In the pack right now, that's Moxie Balboa, who ends up getting hit to the floor, calls it off. Looks like in good spirits, everyone laughing and smiling as the jam ends. It's always nice to see some good, friendly gameplay. 2:01, Rockin City, 34, Rock Coast. Just under 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Back at it.
There we are.
Chola Rolla with lead. Not far behind Nurse Heartless, making good time using speedy edges. Seeing a big pick middle of the pack coming from number 42. That's Red Ripper, current pivot for Rockin City. But 2-1 on that jam. Nurse Heartless wins it. 36 points for Rock Coast, 202 Rockin City. Smacks on deck versus Michigan. It's a familiar jammer matchup. Don't forget to stick around for the juniors exhibition up next. We will have Fredericton Junior Derby coming down from New Brunswick, and they will take on New Hampshire Junior Derby. So very exciting. Do you believe that is a 5:30 game?
I think so.
Yes. Pack spreading out. Seeing a little bit more of the same. You know, been seeing Rockin City hold it in the back while their jammer sprints ahead. Lead to Michigan. Smacks on deck, still working it out. Smacks on deck, stash the star. Pack in the back stretch. Rock Coast defense in the front, holding Michigan. But Michigan gets a little bit of O, but then is taken down to the floor. And that's by Ashley Havner, number 100. Now that is some serious clock burn, courtesy of Rock Coast, defensively really sinking in. 4 points up for Michigan, taking Rockin' City to 206. Rock Coast currently at 36. A static pack. Rockin' City with the drawback on Oxidizer, as it appears the star has been passed on Rock Coast. Oxidizer fighting it out, saying, I don't have time for this. Get out of my way. Then Oxidizer is met with a cube of Rockin' City defense. Breaks the pack, but not in time to pick up any points. Michigan adds 4. A total of 8 for Rockin' City, bringing them to 210 to 36. Just over 4 minutes remain.
Hammer down with the star. It's very hard for me to say hammer down and not say Bangor Roller Derby. Like, this is,
yeah.
There have been multiple times when I've almost slipped.
I've thought the same with Nurse Heartless.
Yes, yeah, with Heartless.
Or even Team Maine.
Yeah, or Team Maine,
because
right.
of Battle of the All-Stars and having called games for Team Maine many times. I fall into the same boat. It is hard, got to break those habits.
I had a little of that with Granite State and like Dodger, who used to play for New Hampshire, and that's how so there was a couple of New Hampshire players that are now on Granite State.
A 5-point jam. Oh no, make it 9 for Fury, 219 to 36. That's in favor of Rockin' City. Just over 3 minutes remain. Jam 21 is upon us. Oh, and we have a running banana with a pom-pom.
We have a confused banana.
Confused banana. I do not even know. Nurse Heartless out there up against Cholarola. Oh, cheerleaders in the crowd.
Going. Yeah.
Oh, there's a wave. Okay.
Such as it is.
Yes.
Wasn't a bad wave.
No, it wasn't a bad wave, but what was even funnier is all of a sudden I see Grim Demise pop up out of the crowd in a Mass Maelstrom jersey. And I just went, what? Oh, yeah. Jersey swaps. So Cholarola calls it off. Oh, her pivot tumbles to the infield, but pops up with a smile. There was a misconduct call for hitting a down skater. I didn't see which skater it was, but it led to the tumble. 4 points up for Rockin' City, 223 to 36.
Siren Plague.
It was such a sinister way to say it. It was perfect.
Well, she's another one who used to play for Bangor, and I'm so used to. And I think she played for Central Maine too. So like.
Well, you notice that sometimes there's a bit of overlap too, because we still, some leagues will allow dual affiliation.
Right.
So that doesn't happen everywhere.
Siren still has lots of energy. She scoots through. She's our lead jammer.
And Rock Coast effectively burning the clock on Moxie Balboa. That would be the first time out of all the jams I've seen Moxie Balboa where she did not secure lead and was held back.
Siren will call it off after picking up. We should have 3, I believe. We'll see.
We are awaiting the hand
2.
signal. Those 2 points.
2 graceful points.
Twinkle finger points.
Twinkle finger.
And the nice thing is, I know that Push Up Zebra has a little finger bands that helps us keep track.
Right.
It's really nice, especially when you have white and gray walls.
She has high contrast hands.
Yes, high contrast hands, and those high contrast bands on her hands I do believe are courtesy of Unicycle Turtle, made by multi-talented skater/GTO member Goldie Gloves. So Unicycle Turtle, that's on Etsy. So many creative folks here in roller derby.
Yeah. So Lee Jammer belongs to 313.
Michigan. The most fun name to say.
The most fun. 20 seconds left on the period clock. This is Michigan's game to end.
Rock Coast putting the brakes on, not enough to hold Michigan.
She'll grab 4 more points and glance up at the clock. She has 2 seconds, now 1. She can call it off whenever she feels like it, and she will. Just like that. Hey, there's Nurse Heartless, right up in the other camera. The only time my table has almost been taken out.
Did you replay that? No. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I had to ask the producer if they got the replay.
The only time our table has almost ever been taken out, it's been Nurse Heartless.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah. It takes a special skater, I guess, a special jammer.
Yeah. She, it was coming out of turn 3 down in Portland, and she just kept sliding forever and ever and ever. And
it's what we get for the slippery floors.
Yeah. So unofficially, 231 to 38. Now it's an official final score. Rockin City takes the win over the Rock Coast Rollers here at Coastal Chaos. Rockin City will move ahead to the championship game Sunday night, where they'll play either Lehigh Valley or State College, and Rock Coast will play for 3rd place against either Lehigh Valley or State College, depending on who wins and who loses that game. So for now, we're gonna log off, and we will catch up with you in a few minutes when we start up the juniors game. So stay tuned for that, and probably I'm gonna guess it'll be about 15 minutes.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, thanks everyone.